you got a problem, better say it to my face. I remember days I was hungry for a plate. Just to get a pay, I had to go out of state. If it ain't love, it ain't nothing but hate. Always on the move, gotta keep a steady pace. So I keep a little beat. Catch me in a two-seat. PIG, keep it juicy. Gang, all along, call me Loop Gang. Promise I was only tryna loop lanes. Off-white, going down to the shoestrings. Nigga got kicks like it little ass. Get me, I got the grippy.
What's good, all the YouTubers out there? Robbie Rose with the nice clothes coming at you with another video. No, it was Corona going on, quarantine, so I figured I'd give y'all a little special treat. We could call it a hardest releases, but I'm gonna give y'all a little list of sneakers that, for me, was the hardest time acquiring, standing online, whatever the ins and outs I had to go through to get the item. It was basically, you feel me, pardon the noise and all that. I'm outside on the roof trying to give y'all a little, you feel me, a little outside, because I know everybody's stuck in the house. But yeah, I wanted to give y'all some, you feel me, some releases. For me, that personally was complicated. Something that was good, something that was bad, something that was easy, something that was hard. I know y'all had your own personal times out there with releases, little struggles. I'm interested to hear what type of struggles y'all had on the line. Was it easy to get? Was it hard to get? You feel me? Get comment, you feel me? Give me some commentary. Let me know what type of videos y'all want to see and whatnot, so I can know what I need to be posting about, because there's a lot of people that's not in the sneaker community that I'm sure would like to get involved with it. I'm sure would like to obtain these sneakers a little easier than they have been obtaining them, whether it be through a sneaker bot or whether it be through a reseller getting it through the line. Because a lot of these sneakers, like I said, you got to travel to different cities to get, a lot of different states. A lot of these items are very, very, very limited. So you may have to go through another forum to obtain the item, like an add to cart service. But that's a lot of different stuff we're going to get into, a lot of different videos I'm going to have coming at y'all. So y'all definitely got to subscribe and tune in and be ready for that. But yeah, so let's get into this. I'm going to get into a couple joints. Pardon me if I look down. I'm going into my other phone. You feel me? Got a couple iPhones on deck. So it's kind of chilly out here. So the first sneaker I got is, for me, I don't know if this was hard for y'all. Like I said, comment, let me know if this sneaker was hard for y'all to obtain, but it was definitely hard for me. The MoMA Off-White Air Force One, the black colorway. That was a New York exclusive only, Manhattan Museum only. That release was different, I'm not gonna lie. That release was different. I got the call from security. I got lucky on that call. Who was securing the line called me, said, get down here with some people, bring me a person, and I'm gonna make sure you get in. I ended up getting a lot of wristbands. I had to call more people, you feel me, because they was controlling, they was doing wristband process. If y'all don't know about wristband process, that's the process when you come down a little earlier, you get a wristband, you go home, sleep, and you come back with your wristband. It's already a number. You go stand in that spot to the number, and you go in the store. So whatever the case may be, I had a lot of wristbands on that release. We're not gonna get too much into it. I don't want to tell too much, but I had about 10 wristbands. I sold maybe 5 and kept 5. Yeah. I sold 2 pairs to my good friend Simon. We had a little financial situation I cleared up with 2 pair of MoMAs. Nike Phoenix, shout out to my boy Orlando out there. I think I sold him like 3 pairs. I don't know. Orlando, if you out there, you already know. I hope you on the page. Hit me up. I sold him like 3 pair of MoMAs. Those was like a $2,000-$3,000 sneaker. If y'all caught those, y'all know that was a good sneaker. It did good. That sneaker did great. I still got my toe size 13. It's probably going for the bag. I haven't checked. I'm a real sneakerhead, so it's going to be a lot of items y'all see that I keep. The MoMA will have to be up there with one of my hardest releases obtained. Even though I got the call, there was a lot of line jumping. There were a lot of people looping, going in, then coming out. It was a lot going on. You know, I looped the loop. I caught my extra pairs. I did good. But it's also one of the best and most profitable ones. I got the extra pair of socks. It was $200. You couldn't lose with that. MoMA was a good loop.
Son got Off-Whites on. About to kick him off to throw these on. What's in the box, bro? What's in the box?
Oh. This release was the hardest release for me. This release, and I'm a winter baby. I love the cold. I have no problem with snow. I have no problem with rain. You see, I'm out here in the cold right now. For the items, for the content, I'll be in whatever weather. Cause. Gray Cause 4. Brooklyn Museum. It was raining. It was sleet outside. It was cold, freezing. I personally had to go holler at AJ, the head of security, the head of Nike security. I personally had to go holler at him and say, listen, I got females out here on the line for sneakers. Can we go back, you feel me, in the crib? Come back. They wanted us to wait out there from when we got wristbands in the morning all the way till they was done with their party into the evening. So, you know, I had to finesse that guy in the party. I had a couple VIPs already in the party letting me know what was going on. Shout out to my boy KJ. Shout out to a couple who you feel me, is in tune with what's going on. That evening, I ended up not even getting in because I waited with the bodies. I said I had the VIP loop, but I told my guy, I ended up giving my guys the loop, you feel me? I told him, get me a sneaker, and took care of my guys because I wanted to wait with the females I had online. The line ended up getting cut off right when we was going in.
I was supposed to be on the beach somewhere.
Me too. I'm trying to get
No apparel, sneakers only.
Can you? I'm about to tell you.
Niggas.
That's not grown man. That's not grown man. Look at his face. He looking like he no lie.
Luckily, we ended up signing out a little, our name, our address, things like that, in the email, and they ended up letting us buy the sneaker, first come, first serve, before anybody else got to even raffle their name. We were already able to purchase our sneaker. I think I ended up with like 2 size 13s, 3 size. I think they owed me 3, but I ended up with 2 size 13s, and they gave me like a gift card or something like that. Nike took care of me. It wasn't no big deal, and I ended up cooking the sneaker later on, so. Cause was the worst release for me, like camping wise, dealing with the weather wise, dealing with people complaining. Like I be having a lot of people out on lines with me, working with me, so dealing with that concept of it was a lot of work. Cause was definitely up there. Cause is not my toughest release. Like my hardest in New York release. There's a lot of releases we're gonna get into while we're here throughout my videos of LA, Chicago, VA, a lot of places I go, you feel me? So, and for the 2 in-state New York releases, I would have to go with Cause and MoMA. Those are the 2 New York in-state releases that I know were I put pain in. I became the bully with stuff like that going on. I put pain in. I got the item. I got multiple items. So those are good 2 New York releases that I put in work and got good 2 items. Sean Weatherspoon. Now, a lot of y'all are going to be like, Sean Weatherspoon not out of state. Sean Weatherspoon ended up being general. Everywhere has Sean Weatherspoon. When I say Sean Weatherspoon, I'm not talking Sean Weatherspoon, the ones that were generally released to the public. I'm talking Need Supply, Virginia, stickers, a t-shirt, a poster, Sean giving out wristbands. That Sean Weatherspoon is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the box that day of was selling for $1,500. Those are the Sean Weatherspoons I'm talking about. I drove to VA, me and my team. We drove all the way to VA to obtain sneakers. Now, let me tell you this story. This is a good story. This VA story. We went out there 6 days early. I knew what was happening. I got the call early. We knew what was going on. I said, yo, you know what? I don't want to bully this situation. I got respect for VA. I love VA. I got family in VA. I'm not bullying this situation. Let's go out there. Let's put the time in. Let's respect it. And let's eat. Loaded up the minivan, bully squad. Shout out to my boy A1 Ye. Shout out to my BM. She put in some paint. Long story short, we get out the VA 6 days early. I'm first. I go into the store. I do a little shopping in the stores. I might have spent like $2,300 in the store. Like it was a good store. They had elite items. You feel me? Nothing like reselling, but they had some good drip. So I spent like $2,300. Bought the body some clothes because we was gonna be out there a couple days. Spent like $2,300. So whatever the case may be, me and the manager, the assistant manager, we got cool. We talking, we chilling, we vibing. So she lets me know, listen, we not gonna be giving the joint out till this day, but if you telling me you not leaving and you putting the time in, I'm gonna let you make the list. You told me you had 15 people with you. I really had 8. But she was like, yo, you told me you had 15 people with me. All I know is the line starts after your 15. You got the list. I said, fine, miss. She don't even know she started something. I said, fine, miss. I got the list. I'm going to take care of it, make sure it don't get too crazy. People coming from all over the world. I got you. I get the list. I hold the list down. Long story short, day of, I pull up. I might have pulled up late. Cops was already out there. Everything was already out there going crazy. They called me, told me get my 15 where my 15 supposed to be so they could start the line. I went and stood where I was supposed to be, grabbed my people. They put me all where I was supposed to be behind the barricade next to the store, and everybody got where they were supposed to go. And people started looping everywhere. Everybody jumped in. None of my business. Everybody got in. So the line is situated. I'm first 15. Mind you, I only had 8 people with me. So let me tell you how this trick went down. A dude is in front of Need Supply. Now the line is together. Everybody's here. Everybody's situated. All the New York people is out of control in the front, pushing, doing what they do. So whatever the case may be, a guy is in the front of Need Supply like, oh, I got $1,000 a pair. So me being the thinker that I am, I said, listen, she counted me for 15. I got 8 people. How many people you got with you? He said, I got 5 people all together. It's me plus 4. I said, listen, since you got 5 people with you and you ready to spend $1,000 a sneaker, give me $600 each. Each of y'all got to give me $600, and I'll put all 5 of y'all right behind my people in the front. He did his little math. He did his little thinking. Said, all right, I could do that. Cashed at me. Gave me that bread. You feel me? I put him right behind my people. It was legit. I legit put him behind my people. I didn't zoe that man. I didn't promise him I was going to buy him a sneaker. Nothing. I said, I'm going to put you behind my people for that money. Whatever the case may be, Sean himself comes out with the wristbands to give out his people wristbands. Then after he gives his people wristbands, it kind of gets a little hectic. My people get wristbands. I didn't even get a wristband. That's how real it was. I was with 8 people and I didn't even get a wristband. So all my people got wristbands. I had 2 people I picked up off the highway in VA. They got wristbands for me. I'm going to get back to that later. But I picked 2 people up off the highway in VA. And they even got 2 wristbands. We all looped. I didn't get a joint. I was in the back arguing with somebody. I don't even remember what was going on. But I know I didn't get a wristband. But homie got a wristband, and the other 4 people he was with didn't. Later on, we gonna get into another video. I need y'all to comment on this one because I'm not gonna get too much into that. But I need y'all to comment. Do y'all think I was wrong? Because he wanted a refund and I didn't give him no money back. He thought he should get some money back for his other 4 people not touching the joint. So I got out of there. I told him I ain't got nothing to do with that. That was personal. Next morning, we woke up early, pulled up to the spot. They already had the line situated. It was first come, first serve. It wasn't like number order like they claimed it would be. It was not number order at all. So whatever the case may be, everybody had to get in where they fit in. My baby moms was pregnant at the time, so we maneuvered her right to the front. She went in, got one of the important sizes I needed. Already sold it for $1,500, so I had to get that. There was a couple other pairs I had to get. The 2 people that we had picked up in VA dipped out on the back on me. Ended up selling the pairs for like $600-700, not even knowing what they had. So I ended up, out of the 8 pairs, I ended up losing 2. So I really only had for myself 6 pairs. Then we drove back after we got the sneaker. I ended up getting in an argument with the battle rapper Fabio nigga. Five, whatever his name is. I don't know. He the homie. He's supposedly blood or whatever. But we ended up having an argument. I punched him in the face and then took the sneaker. So I ended up having 7 sneakers. And I believe I sold 4 and kept 3. Because I definitely had a nice amount of Sean's. I definitely kept a nice amount of Sean's. But that was a good release in VA. That was a great release. I did great. Shout out to VA. They was very welcoming. You feel me? They showed a lot of love. They respect somebody. They come out there, put your time in. They respect the list. And we made it happen. Sean Weatherspoons still got a couple. Sold them for the high. Shout out to Sean, too. That was a great sneaker. And they was releasing it the whole year. Like, that was a beautiful sneaker. Beautiful sneaker.
I was hungry for a plate. Just to get a pair, had to go out of state. If it ain't love, it ain't nothing but hate. Always on the move, gotta keep a steady pace.